Why does your curry get grainy? And here's how to avoid it. I get messages from people in my TikTok DMs about, hey, Niaz, my curry is too grainy. What can I actually do? In fact, this video is a response because I get several messages, and here's why. Often there's two reasons why your curry is grainy. Number one, it's often because of overcooked or undercooked spices. And what happens is that raw spice, it stays in the curry itself. So as a result, when you dine and you eat that, you get that raw spice right in your mouth. It's very grainy. The second one is how you use your dairy. Now, whether you use cream or whether you use yogurt, if your yogurt is inconsistent, what happens is it cooks at different levels in the actual curry. And again, this results in a grainy texture of your curry. Now, here's how you can avoid it. Let's start with the spices. When you're cooking your spices, for example, when you're tarkaing or when you're just shallow frying it with the onions, what you want to do is you want to cook it on the low heat. Cook it on the low heat, let those onions get translucent. And when you add in your spices, often you'll smell it. You'll smell it to know. In the kitchen, it will be filled with the smell of spice. When you get that smell of spice, that's how you know you've cooked your spices through. And what you want to do then is go quickly in terms of adding in your meat or your vegetable or whatever marinade you have, because that will then stop the spices from overcooking. And let's talk about dairy. So when you're cooking with cream or when you're cooking with yogurt, especially live yogurt, the consistency matters. Often, for example, let's take live yogurt. Live yogurt is very clumpy in some ends, very watery in one ends. If you just dash it in the curry without mixing it through, what happens is the watery part cooks quicker than the actual clumpiness yogurty part. And a result, that overcookedness adds to a harshness which makes the curry grainy. The way you solve this is simple. When you're cooking with live yogurt, whisk it through properly to make sure the yogurt is evenly spread. If you're using something lighter like Greek yogurt, add in some water and then whisk it through to make sure it's an even consistency. And an additional tip is when you're cooking curry, add in some ghee or some butter, some emulsifier, because it will give a nice level of silkiness to the curry itself, just that extra 10%.